As you age, have you experienced a growing curiosity that often leads to misunderstandings or dismissive responses from the younger generation? The fast-paced world and technological advancements can make us feel frustrated and powerless. In this video by Elderly Hacks, we'll explore 5 key insights to help you navigate relationships and interactions as you grow older. Learn why it's crucial to avoid direct questions, express humility, and manage emotions. Discover how to communicate effectively with younger generations while maintaining dignity and self-worth. Stay tuned for empowering insights to connect meaningfully, avoid conflict, and enhance well-being in this new chapter of life. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment to help improve future content. Let's begin with the first insight. Curiosity doesn't always require questions. That the world we once knew is slipping further out of reach, which can be deeply unsettling for many older adults. These responses are not just unpleasant, they are painful, carrying with them a sense of disrespect and a feeling of being undervalued, or worse, being seen as obsolete. However, despite the fast-paced world and evolving technology, we are far from obsolete. Our generation has faced challenges that today's youth could never imagine. We have weathered storms, both literal and metaphorical, lived through wars, recessions, societal shifts, and monumental changes in culture and technology. We have experience, wisdom, and resilience. These are not small things. They have allowed us to navigate life with strength and grace, even when the odds were against us. So, why should we, at this stage of life, allow ourselves to feel diminished by the impatient or dismissive reactions of a generation that hasn't yet walked in our shoes? The answer is simple. We shouldn't. But what do we do with this intense curiosity that refuses to fade as the world becomes more challenging to navigate? How do we reconcile our desire to learn and grow with the often harsh responses we receive from younger people? The key, I believe, lies in wisdom and emotional intelligence. Rather than reacting with frustration or hurt when our questions are dismissed, we can take a step back and approach the situation differently. We can still satisfy our curiosity in a way that preserves our dignity and fosters positive interactions with the younger generation. One effective method is to control our emotions and approach the conversation with kindness and tact. Instead of directly asking questions that may provoke a sarcastic or dismissive response, we can shift the conversation by offering genuine compliments or expressions of admiration. By complimenting their abilities, we create an environment of mutual respect. It becomes less about the question and more about the connection. When we approach with this kind of positivity, we find that the younger generation is more willing to share what they know. They feel seen and appreciated, and in turn, respond with generosity and kindness. This allows us to gain the information we need without feeling like we're imposing or being made to feel small. It's a delicate balance, but it can be incredibly rewarding. We don't have to give up our curiosity. We should never give up our curiosity. It's what keeps us young at heart, engaged with the world, and open to new experiences. We can choose how we express that curiosity in ways that foster connection rather than division. We can be both curious and wise, eager to learn, and mindful of how we approach the process of learning. In the end, what we seek is not just information but understanding, connection, and respect. By approaching our curiosity with a gentle, thoughtful touch, we can bridge the generational divide and continue to engage with the world around us in meaningful, fulfilling ways. This is how we continue to grow, not just as individuals, but as part of a larger, interconnected community. And in doing so, we remind ourselves and the younger generation that we are far from irrelevant. We are still here, still learning, still contributing, and still worthy of respect. Number 2, never use arrogant words. We have all met people who come across as arrogant when they speak. But why does this happen? What drives someone to present themselves in such a way? The truth is that arrogance often stems from a deeper, more fragile place, our inherent need to protect our self-esteem. For many, self-esteem is the foundation upon which our identity and sense of worth are built. It shapes how we see ourselves and how we engage with the world. When that foundation feels shaky or uncertain, arrogance often steps in as a defense mechanism, masking insecurities that may lie just beneath the surface. At its core, arrogance is a tool used by some people to shield themselves from the vulnerability of feeling inadequate or lacking confidence. Those who appear arrogant often need to bolster their sense of self-worth by projecting an image of superiority. When someone lacks genuine confidence, they feel the need to create a false front, a facade that implies superiority over others, when in reality, this is far from the truth. Those with this mindset don't truly believe they are better. They are just trying to convince themselves and others that they are. When they achieve success, they are quick to take full credit, making it a reflection of their supposed greatness, seeking validation they desperately need. However, when they fail, they avoid taking responsibility, instead pointing fingers, shifting blame, and making excuses. This refusal to accept failure is tied to a weak sense of self-esteem, as admitting mistakes would mean confronting vulnerabilities they can't face. Bragging is a form of arrogance that often reveals deeper insecurities. As we mature, we realize the harm in boasting and arrogance, understanding that true confidence comes from within. Humility, not arrogance, is a mark of strength. It doesn't require recognition or validation, rooted in a quiet confidence that doesn't need to be loud. True self-esteem is built on honesty and humility, resilient in the face of failure and success, not dependent on the opinions of others. Actions speak louder than words, showing true worth through kindness, generosity, and honesty. Arrogance is just a mask for insecurity, while real strength lies in embracing vulnerabilities and finding peace with oneself. At Elderly Hacks, we are at our best when we embrace our true selves without the need for arrogance. True confidence and connection with others come from authenticity. As relationships deepen, it's natural to share more about your personal life. However, be cautious about revealing past flaws and mistakes, as this can create vulnerabilities that may be used against you in the future. Sharing too much about negative experiences can lead to self-doubt and affect how others perceive you. It's important to focus on the positive changes and growth you've experienced, rather than constantly revisiting past failures. By being discerning in what you share, you can protect yourself from unnecessary pain and shape a narrative focused on growth and self-worth. Remember, not every story needs to be told, and there is power in focusing on the present and future. As we age, it's important to understand that relationships are based on trust, which doesn't require full disclosure of every mistake. It's about sharing what's necessary to deepen your connection while safeguarding your self-esteem. The stories you share should uplift and strengthen bonds, not lead to regret or hurt later on. By taking this approach, you protect both your relationship and your sense of self-worth. Let your actions and current self define who you are today, leaving the past where it belongs. This not only strengthens relationships but also fosters a healthier self-view. You're defined by the growth and wisdom gained through life's journey, not by flaws. Choose your words carefully, remembering that not every flaw needs to be shared. Sometimes, letting your actions and current self speak for themselves is the best approach. As we grow older, it's common to hear that we can become more like children, easily angered by small things. This observation might seem reasonable, as elderly individuals can lose patience over minor matters. However, beneath this anger lies a deeper issue: loneliness. Feeling overlooked and undervalued can trigger anger, a way of asserting one's importance. Yet this anger doesn't provide the validation sought. It only distances others, leading to further isolation. I recall a time when I let anger consume me after feeling excluded from a group meeting. This anger turned into embarrassment when I realized it was a misunderstanding. It taught me the importance of not letting negative emotions control me in old age. Instead, we must show kindness to ourselves, let go of anger, and embrace a gentler approach to life. Anger in old age is not a privilege, but a burden that hinders our ability to enjoy life's joys and causes unnecessary pain. Children may express anger as part of growth, but for the elderly, it serves no purpose. Emotions such as anger, greed, and jealousy can eat away at our peace as we age. It is important to step away from these negative feelings and focus on living in the present moment with patience and calm. Anger often stems from loneliness and fear of losing importance, but we must not let it control our behavior. Instead, we should aim to live with contentment, free from past grievances. Letting go of anger allows us to experience tranquility and appreciate the beauty in the world. It is important to focus on positivity and avoid constantly talking about our illnesses, as dwelling on them only brings negativity. Complimenting others and creating a light-hearted atmosphere can uplift both ourselves and those around us, leading to a more joyful and fulfilling life. The more you dwell on negative emotions, the more your body and mind sink into that state. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know you are still here with me. Repeating phrases like, "I'm so tired," or "it hurts so much," not only convinces your mind that these things are true, but can also make your body believe them, amplifying your suffering. Even worse statements like, "I'd rather be dead," or "I can't take it anymore," can push you further into despair. Instead of falling into that downward spiral, there is a better way forward. Happiness is not found in grand gestures or extraordinary moments, but in the small everyday things we often overlook. It's in the laughter shared with friends, the warmth of a kind word, or the simple act of enjoying a sunny day. When we choose to focus on these moments, we shift our energy from suffering to joy. Instead of constantly reminding yourself and others of your pain, try to find moments that bring laughter and light, even if your body is tired. Health isn't what it used to be. Maintaining a sense of humor, staying energetic, and choosing optimism can make all the difference in how you experience life. We no longer live in an era where disease-free longevity is the norm. We are indeed living longer, but often with the accompaniment of various illnesses. This is the reality of our time. However, that doesn't mean life has to be defined by those illnesses. Even if you have 1 or 2 conditions to manage, you can still live a fulfilling and vibrant life. Your mindset and the words you choose to speak play a significant role in this. The more you speak positively, the more you foster a healthier and more uplifting environment for yourself and those around you. So the next time you feel tempted to complain about your illness, pause and ask yourself if it's truly necessary. Will talking about your pain make it any better? Or will it just cast a shadow over the conversation and reinforce the negative emotions you're already feeling? Instead, choose to focus on what's good, what's beautiful, and what brings you joy. Share stories of something that made you laugh, talk about a hobby you're passionate about, or even ask about the other person's day. When we make a conscious effort to shift our conversations from illness to life's brighter aspects, we create space for happiness to flourish. Living longer doesn't have to mean living in constant misery or complaint. With the right mindset and a focus on positivity, you can manage your health and still live with joy, gratitude, and energy. Speak kind words to others and yourself. Lift your spirits by focusing on the present and what brings you happiness, rather than what holds you down. Your words are powerful. They shape not just your reality, but the atmosphere around you. Choose words that heal, uplift, and bring you peace. In doing so, you'll find that your life, despite its challenges, can still be filled with moments of joy, connection, and fulfillment. And that, in the end, is what true happiness is all about. As we come to the end of this journey through life's important lessons, it's time to reflect on what we've learned so far. From managing our emotions and letting go of anger to focusing on positivity rather than illness, We've explored how these insights can shape our relationships, well-being, and happiness. Now, we want to hear from you. What's the one thing you've learned from today's video that you'll start putting into practice in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Elderly Hacks YouTube channel for more insightful content like this. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.